Hello everybody, High Flyers Tag Team back with another video again today. On today's video, I'm going to try to go over most of the new stuff that we've kind of learned about 2014. There's not a lot of crazy stuff. There are a few big reveals. It's kind of weird to do some Godzilla 2014 news like 6 years later. I'm going to let stuff kind of play in the background on the screen though for you guys to enjoy and read while I kind of go over it. Hopefully I don't miss anything major. I'm not going to go over every tweet, but I am going to go over some of the cool new stuff and some of the big things that we learned throughout the night. So let's begin, shall we? I would say one of the biggest reveals right away. They went on ahead and revealed Camazotz. That's not really Godzilla 2014 news, but they revealed Camazotz based on 2014, so that was kind of cool that night. Plus, we got some side images, behind-the-scenes images of like the cast and stuff, and we got some cool scenes. We got to see Gareth Edwards, some of the stuff he got and locations and stuff. Like he had an oxygen destroyer, and he was supposed to get a Godzilla model and stuff. We got some really cool behind-the-scenes shots and concept arts that I think you guys will really enjoy. Apparently, the whole Hawaii scene was storyboarded before the film even got greenlit. That is really interesting. And based on the concept art, it looks like now we were supposed to get a full airport battle, but they ended up cutting it from the film. We also learned that there was a scene deleted from the film. We learned of several scenes deleted from the film. This includes one where Ford Brody falls asleep watching old Toho movies. This scene did carry over into the novelization, except it was old monster movies. We also get one where at the beginning of the movie, during the mining scene, apparently there was supposed to be a really brutal, like kind of gory-esque like kind of scene of a miner with a broken jaw that we get to see the makeup for. Apparently this is also included in the novelization. Also, we learned that Max Bornstein had a deleted scene in the film. In case you know what Max Bornstein is, he's done like all the writing and screenwriting and such for the film. And we got an image from his deleted scene whenever that pops up in the video. That's pretty cool. I was really fascinated that they got to show some new deleted scenes after all these years. Sadly, they didn't show footage of it, but they did show us pictures of it, and we got new. He was in the stadium scene at the very end of the movie, which is really cool. We got official stats and some more information on the MUTOs finally after all these years. The MUTOs are declared bioatomic. That's their nature. And the male's height is officially 281 feet tall, and the female's height is officially 298 feet tall. I'm not really going to argue it right now. I do see the argument where people are saying they think the 8 and the 1 was typo and switched backwards, and they think the male's 218. And I even did size charts on my own time to kind of see how it would look. And I will agree, 218 seems like it'd be a more logical height. I think 250 could work too, but without them correcting it, it's 281. That's kind of how it is, guys. Personally, I'm not going to argue with them unless they come out and say otherwise. The male MUTO's height is officially 281. You don't have to like that. That's just kind of what's officially confirmed now. So we have the male MUTO's height at 281 now, and the female's 298, which is really interesting. The male's a lot bigger than he probably should be, but hey, the Monsterverse hasn't been the most consistent with a lot of stuff for heights. And you guys got to remember, Awakening's canon. So, there's not everything's canon. So, not everything that's like canon makes the best sense. So, this was an interesting one too. I don't know if this has been confirmed before, but they state that the way Godzilla's atomic breath works is activated through nucleosynthetic glands in his throat. I have no idea how that works or what that means. I tried to look up like what nucleosynthesis is, and everything I found has to do with like the Big Bang or stars. Nucleosynthesis is something that commonly happens in stars. So I don't know if this means the atomic breath is the power of a star or like what this means. I really like the more explanations on what that is, but sadly I doubt I'm going to get that. They also did, which I knew this before, but they brought it back up that the Godzilla model was so detailed and has so many polygons that it would have in fact took about 450 years to render it. At the state it was at, if they chose, if they didn't do anything with it, which is kind of crazy to think about. Like I said, I don't remember what it says, but we got character stuff for each of the characters in the movie. So as they popped up in video, if you read them. those were there. We also did learn that apparently Monarch used to be called MUTO when the film was being made, which is really interesting. Honestly didn't expect them to go with MUTO. I'm kind of glad they stuck with Monarch. I think Monarch's a cool name. I think MUTO fits for the Kaijus. Sadly, they kind of got rid of it for Titan, but that's just what they did. We also, Gareth said that apparently the kiss of death was a joke. Apparently, I believe it's the kiss of death. He might have meant the tail smack too. But apparently it was like one of the deaths. I believe the kiss of death was kind of a joke that he threw out whenever they were trying to figure out how to do the big final kill. And he made the joke and it stuck. Thank God it did. Other than the kiss of death though, apparently the Halo jump scene, I believe they said Max Bornstein was the one who came up with, which is really cool. Thank God Max Bornstein came up with that, because that scene is so amazing. I'm so glad they kept the Halo jump scene in. And just some trivia that wasn't said the night before. In case you guys didn't know, he said whenever they were working on the film and shooting for it and stuff, apparently 2001 Odyssey theme came onto Gareth Edwards' like iTunes or whatever when he was listening to some music during the shoot. And he knew right away that's what the Halo jump needs. So that's just some fun trivia right there that, I remember. There were more Easter eggs kind of spread throughout the movie and such. Apparently the MUTOs were being worked on all the way up until like near the film's release. Like they were working on it and redoing them and like kind of messing with them all the way till about last second. Like they kept tampering with them and stuff, which makes sense based on like the 2013 Comic-Con trailer where the MUTO was described. I don't believe it had wings. It was described to be more like the female MUTO at the airport scene. But everything else about that scene was about the same as it turned out for the movie. So I definitely do believe in the whole, like, they were messing around with it and stuff. Apparently, a book written by Dr. Serizawa was supposed to be behind the wall, behind Aaron Taylor Johnson at Joe Brody's house. But Gareth Edwards forgot to put it on set that day. And it wasn't in the movie because he forgot. Just like how he mentions throughout the night, he's a very forgetful person that we come to learn with all the other stuff he forgot, which kind of surprised me. There's that too. So yeah, there was a lot of scenes cut and stuff, and there's just a lot of boo-boos kind of made. Not saying that ruins quality or anything, but it's just like Gareth Edwards kind of seems like he forgot to do a few things. They kind of went over the Godzilla roar again, which is something that we kind of knew, but just they brought it back up how they basically made it pretty similar to the same way the original Godzilla roar was made. So that's all pretty cool. I mean, it's all cool to have something like that, So, yeah. This one kind of interests me. Apparently, Rocky Balboa was an inspiration for the final fight scene. Kind of a weird one, but Gareth said apparently Rocky Balboa was an inspiration. With Godzilla getting the crap kicked out of him, just getting the shit beat out of him, and then him coming back and winning in the end. Apparently, Rocky Balboa was indeed a inspiration for the film, which is kind of, a really weird one for a kaiju film, but yeah, apparently that was it. And also, apparently, Ken Watanabe's watch that he wore in the movie, apparently, Dr. Serizawa's watch was indeed taken by Gareth Edwards and stolen from the set, and Gareth Edwards kept the watch, which is something that's really cool. I did just remember one more big thing, too. So according to Legendary, it is 100% confirmed. The dog in the Hawaii scene did survive. Yes, guys, the most important reveal of the night. The Hawaii dog, the dog that broke off the leash, the rogue one that they left behind, he survived. That's pretty crazy, man. Legendary confirmed the dog survived. Yep, so there you guys go for anyone was wondering. So yeah, I guess mostly the big reveals tonight that night was Camazotz. But like I said, it's not really 2014 related, but they made it 2014 related. It's weird. That the MUTO's heights officially revealed. Again, people are debating this typos, but until Legendary says otherwise, it's not a typo. Until Legendary says otherwise, guys. It's not that it's unprofessional that they come back and fix what they say, nothing like that. It'd be better if they fixed it earlier than let it, run its course, I feel like they would be smart enough to do that and fix it early on instead of just letting people think that for the longest time. I feel like it'd be more professional to not fix it right away. So, for now, the male MUTO is 281 feet, even if it doesn't sound right. And, yeah, so there you go. We got that. We got new deleted scenes and profiles and stuff like that. Some really cool news. It's really nice to talk about Godzilla 2014 news. You know, this channel I made this channel a little bit after 2014 came out, I believe, or maybe it was slightly before. It was slightly before. I made it in January of 2014. So, you know, I've never really actually got to do too many, like, Godzilla 2014 news videos back in the day, but I did a lot of King of the Monsters one. I've done a ton of GVK ones, so yeah, I finally get to do a Godzilla 2014 news video. I never thought I'd get the chance to do one in the modern day, so hope you guys enjoy. Tune in for the Kong Skull Island next week. I will definitely be watching that and be a part of it. I don't know how crazy I'm going to go with that. I doubt there's going to be any major reveals unless they start revealing stuff for the comic books and stuff again, like I was theorizing they might. But since that movie has a director's commentary, I don't expect anything special or new to really be revealed. Because unlike 2014, the other King of the Monsters and King of the Kong Skull Island have director's commentaries. 2014 is the only one that doesn't. So that's why we learned a lot of cool stuff that night. And I guess we'll see. What comes. I'm expecting Jordan to be there for it. So we'll see what happens. If anything new or major comes out, I'll do a Kong Skull Island news video. So I hope you guys enjoy it. As always, please share and subscribe. There's my dog barking. Keep turning on that bell notification to get notifications for all future uploads. Never miss a single one. Hope you all have a good day. Peace. Bye-bye.